Hello and welcome, friends, guests, fellow Catstronauts here with
Starting.
us live on Twitch and whenever you're watching this later on YouTube. I'm Ben, your DM for the evening, also known as Meta Mongoose, over on the Crit Cats Discord, and tonight I'm running a game of Spelljammer with my friends and fellow Star Chasers. With me tonight is Nick playing the Elven Star Druid Rothamir, Caleb playing the Human Psy Warrior Fighter Victor, and PB playing the Harangon Soul Knife Rogue Decanawida. Unfortunately, Egg was not able to join us this evening, so the party will just have to explore the Transcendental Library without their Tabaxi friend. But just catching us up on where we were before, the party had been sailing around with their little star friend. We're playing around with it until it broke the ship by turning the center mast into a living tree, which wasn't healthy for it at all. In the process of fixing that, they came across a wizard named Nora, who was here to study stars and star energy, and she offered to take them to the College of Ether, which is where you could learn more about the star and possibly how to get it to the astral plane so that it can kind of grow up and turn into its true form as opposed to sputtering out and dying in a few weeks because it didn't leave the material plane in time.
Its, its new form, War Turtle.
Yes. So, having gone there, the party had to plead its case before the Crab Court to figure out if they could get into the Transcendental Library. You were granted that permission, and then on your way there, Astral Elves attacked. You fought them off, but the Transcendental Library was separated from the College of Ether during the attack and was kind of floating away. And you guys dove in to get into it. Unfortunately, your chaperone, Nora, was not able to get in. She had other things to do. She had to protect her tower from astral elves, leaving you all in the Transcendental Library. And I will, since Deck was not here before, I will reread the little blurb of the Transcendental Library so that you all kind of know where you are. So, as you entered in to the giant portal that leads to the Transcendental Library, again, it was kind of like a warp feel, pressure change, everything kind of pulled weird, and then you kind of popped into a room. There is no visible exits from the room, which is surprisingly small compared to all the other library's external appearance. The bookshelves, reading shelves, reference tables are all overshadowed by a presence of a towering sphinx made from intricate clockwork that sits at the center of the room, loudly ticking. The construct silently watches you as you kind of move about the room, kind of like getting your bearings. There are the room itself lit by gas lamps or glass lamps that are in the corners, burning with a magical light. Three of them are lit, providing a soft yellow light. The fourth is unlit. As the kind of warp sickness kind of fades and you kind of get your bearings, the Sphinx kind of speaks with an imperious, almost monotone, and says, "I am the guardian of the Transcendental Library. It is my duty to allow the wise to pass and punish the foolhardy. You may only exit this room once all these books are read." There are a lot of books.
Are we supposed to be looking at the library now?
Yes. Let me pull you on in.
$9,900.
And Fia is here, but I will remove her character for the moment just so I have to manage less characters.
Yeah. So we got to make sure all these books are read before we can leave.
Yes.
Hmm. Um,
Seems easy.
How do you spell red?
because that was going to be my idea. I was just
That
going
was
to.
also my idea.
The Sphinx just looks at you but does not answer.
I was going to take the imp and stab them and then just spray their blood all over everything.
Clevey just looks at you and is like, "You're gonna what with my what?"
Oh,
What?
sorry. Sorry. And I'll make the connection with Rothamir, Victor, and Egg for the next 5 hours. And I'll say, I'm going to tell the imp that I was just joking, but my whole plan was just stab the imp and then spray the books with it. And then I'll tell the imp, Clevey, it is just a joke. I wasn't actually going to hurt you.
Clevey just backs away a little bit.
This is the lamp that's not lit.
That is correct.
If I head over there and sort of inspect it, can I glean what's wrong with it? Or
It does not. The magical energy crystal inside of it does not appear functioning. And the glass around it is a red color.
oh, so we got to light this crystal thing. Hey guys, we got to light this crystal thing, and then the books will be all red.
Which crystal?
This one over here.
Let me. I'll take a look eventually, but first off, I'm just going to stop here at the desk and see what's going on with that.
It's just like a study desk. There are books laying open on it.
Just various subjects.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll make my
Looking
way
at
over.
looking at this lamp over here,
Mhm.
does it look like the glass around it can come off like it's a shade for the bulb?
Yes, it can do that.
I'll pick up the glass and take it off.
Okay.
The stone that's in there, is it free and able to be picked up?
It seems like either attached somehow, like maybe it might screw out. You're not sure, but it's like a light bulb kind of attached in to the pedestal.
All right, I'll take some time to see if I can try to dislodge it.
All right, make for me a thieves' tools roll.
Oh. 7.
All right. With a 7, you are unable to get it to dislodge.
Looking at the one we're supposed to, with a red shade on it,
Mm-hmm.
is the pedestal permanently in place?
Yes.
Okay. And the red cover? Does it look movable?
It does. It like turns and slides off.
I will very gently do that.
Okay. It's very easy to do.
Yeah. Just it looks like. Can I discern how this is supposed to work if I'm looking at it? Or
With an Arcana check, you could.
Oh, wrong one.
okay.
Okay.
You're pretty sure that you could feed it like enough magical energy equivalent of like a cantrip to get it to light.
I'll try that.
All right. You turn it on, and the whole room begins to glow in a reddish light.
As that happens, Deck has been fiddling with the light bulb. The room goes red, and he remembers that sometimes that means the popo is here. And he's going to slowly raise his hands above his head and keep his head down. I'll still say in your ear, guys, the fuzz is here. Don't make any sudden movements.
I'm just going to think back.
When you do that, Rothamir, the Sphinx like turns its head to you, a bunch of like weird clicking noises as the gearworks inside kind of turn, and goes, "You have taken your first step to enlightenment. Respect the rules of the library. I'll be watching." And a door, Deck, you see a door opens up over here that wasn't there before.
I'll see my out and I'll run through the door.
And then the
before getting too far, I want to think back to everyone. Okay, remember, do not enter the Forbidden Archives. I will politely thank the Sphinx before making my way out as well.
Okay.
What is this room?
Well, this room is all fancy. As you kind of walk in, this room contains 2 pedestals holding remarkable recreations on them. One of them is a projection of what you think is the Transcendental Library. The model shows a complicated series of rooms that appear to appear and disappear as they pass through each other in time and space. The other, a tesseract-like device rotating in 3 dimensions. Or no, that was the Transcendental Library. It just continues to like fold in on itself as it twists around. The second pedestal contains a beautiful colored glass disc that moves in a weaving pattern driven by an impressive array of clockwork.
Take a step forward. These squares that are in the middle here, can I try to investigate, see if they're like trapped or if there's like any triggers or something over them? Yeah.
Make for me an investigation roll. You do not believe that they are trapped, though you do see that like occasionally between like some of the mortar and stuff, like an arcane energy kind of traces its way through the floor.
Does it look like there's any pattern to it?
No, not really. And it doesn't always appear in the same place twice.
So, anything else in the room worth looking at besides these 2?
Not really. There's a door over here, but that's about it.
Skirt my way around the outside and take a look at the door.
Okay. It is a wooden door with like metal edges.
If I look at it, does it look like it's trapped?
It does not immediately appear to be trapped, but you can roll an investigation check if you'd like to kind of check all of its parts. You are fairly certain that it is not trapped in any way.
Does it look like there's a door handle? Maybe I could try to see if it opens?
There is.
I'll try to open it.
All right. Looks like it opens up into another room.
Hey guys, did we get a description of what the Forbidden Archives look like?
No.
But we're not allowed to go in the Forbidden Archive.
I'm gonna over here. Can I examine the what looks to be the library a little bit more?
Sure.
Just see. I just want to see how detailed it is. And if there's anything else I might notice about it. Just
Um,
regular perception? Or.
yeah, just a perception check. You see in this particular display, as well as the other one, because you had to kind of compare, but there is like a gleaming gem kind of that seems to be centered in both of them.
Okay.
It seems to kind of like pulse with like an arcane energy.
Weird.
And both things look similar to each other as far as
The gems
the
do,
gem,
yes.
but what they each are very different.
Both displays are very different. Yes, one of them looks like a weird map of a library, but the floors and rooms keep like shifting in and out of each other, and the other one appears to be some kind of like solar array.
If I try to push against this, try to move it in the direction towards Rothamir, does it move?
No, it is set on like a pedestal,
Okay.
and the pedestal does not move.
I'm just gonna kind of look at the solar array. Is there a giant tree in the middle of it, or somewhere on here?
Make for me a Arcana check as you kind of give it a once over. There is a tree involved.
Oh,
It is not in the center, but it is one of the. It looks like actually a map of wild space.
that's what I. That's what I was thinking.
It
Okay.
does. It does look though like it is marking a a thing that is going to happen, and you think it is an astral equinox, a time when planes rub close together, and the firmament between them becomes the weakest.
That's how someone said stars get here in the first place, isn't it?
That is what Nora said.
When does it look like that's? Can I figure out when that looks like it might be happening?
It looks like it may happen in like another one of these is going to happen in about 21 days. If this clock thing is correct.
Okay.
Do we know where it's going to happen?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Examining it, can I tell where?
No,
the
this
best-
just tells you that the planes themselves will have like the energies that weaken the walls between the planes will happen within 21 days. It doesn't tell you where it will happen.
Okay. Looking at it some more, I can roughly tell what's supposed to be garden on here.
Yes.
Can I see or discern what would be like an astral plane or somewhere where we could go to deliver our
You
friend?
do not see any particular thing like that here. The map only goes about as far as known wild space.
Okay. Well, that is a good start. I'll just kind of pass a message along via deck. Well, in about 21 days, we're going to have a nice little alignment with astral space. So that could be that might be an option for us.
Cool.
Or another star could come through. Who knows?
As you were examining the clock, Deck has his bag of ball bearings out, and he's just been picking them out one by one and throwing them towards these little squares over here.
Okay. They hit the ground and just kind of like roll. Occasionally they get stuck in like one of the grooves, and as some like arcane energy kind of arcs between the groove, it like catches one of them and it like sparks up a little bit, but then continues on.
Okay.
Sparky, Sparky, Boom Man.
So,
Ready to get going?
might as well. I am still going to walk around.
That's fair. All right, so entering
You mean-
into the next room.
You mean the different colored squares on the map we probably shouldn't walk on?
Right.
You can walk on wherever you want. All right, so this particular room that you find yourself in, a small chamber covered nearly floor to ceiling with books. There is an overflowing bin over here labeled Book Returns, which sits under a small chute that leads through the ceiling of the chamber. Over by that pile are two auto gnomes that are picking up books and sorting them, picking up books and sorting them. They're trying to put them on it looks like there's a conveyor belt of some kind that goes, like a vertical conveyor belt that goes up the chute, but it does not seem functional or moving at this time. And they keep just like stacking books on it and then waiting, and then if nothing happens they take them off and set them down and like sort some more books and put them on it, and that doesn't do it, so they take them off and set them down, and they just goes on for a little while you guys wander in. They do not seem to know or care about you.
Hi, robot.
This auto gnome over here stops sorting and looks over to you, Deck, and goes, "Are you a student? No more books. No more. We can't. The returns room is broken.
What do you mean broken?
Can't you see? This tube to the sorting room does not work. If you have any returns, just take them back. We don't want them right now."
No, I'm not a student.
You're not a student?
was I supposed
How
to be?
did you get in here? Wait.
the door.
Where's your chaperone?
Oh, there was an attack by some astral elves. They went back up to their tower to help their people. So we just ran in here to protect ourselves, and then we got past the Sphinx by answering their question. And then we just walked through that door, and that's how we got here.
The Sphinx let you in here?
Well, they didn't let us in here. We passed the test.
Well, if this is as far as you intend to go, that should be fine.
What do you mean?
Well, you're not a student and you don't have a chaperone, so you don't have any
Tell you what.
business being here.
Well, yeah, we do.
We are technically guests of one of the deans. She just was unfortunately distracted and will hopefully be joining us again soon.
Make for me a persuasion roll, Rothamir.
I'm not entirely BSing.
I'm not saying you are. You just have to
Right.
convince them.
Oh, I'm not doing a good job of that.
They're like, no dean would let people come into the astral or the Transcendental Library without chaperoning them. That's never happened.
Well, you're a liar because we're here.
Tell
I
you
mean, we had a chaperone. They just had to go back and help the people because they were getting attacked by. Am I repeating myself? Because I feel like I'm repeating.
broken record.
While you're having that thought, make for me a perception check.
Boom.
Okay.
Only Deck or all of us?
All of you can. Victor, while Rothamir and Dak are having a hard time figuring out what the deal is with these two auto gnomes, you see that there is a weird, small kind of clockwork shaft brimming with like electrical energy that's kind of buried under one of the books in the pile.
Like over here.
Yeah, like over in this area.
Guess I'll slowly approach it. Like those two seem to have the two distracted.
They're very distracted.
Yeah, I'll pull it out.
You now have a weird metal shaft that is kind of like carved with arcane runes and brimming with like like it hums in your hand. It kind of feels kind of staticky.
Huh. You who'd like this? Central. Huh.
Hey, Victor,
What?
maybe that's the shaft that'll get the conveyor belt going.
No.
Oh, okay.
I guess I'll interject here after a little while of them
Okay.
going back and forth. So hey, what if we fix your conveyor belt? Will you let us go through?
How would you fix it? You don't even know how it's broken.
Well, I'm pretty good with my hands. Just let me take a look at it.
Fine.
Sure.
We will let you pass if you promise to fix the conveyor belt. If we've not heard from you in a few hours, though, we will notify the Sphinx of intruders.
All right. I'll go approach the conveyor belt. Where it is.
The conveyor belt goes up a small tube.
Oh, so we have to go up the small tube?
I mean, or find the second floor of the library.
How do we get up? How do we get to the second floor?
Go through this door over here, and it is hard to say. The Transcendental Library changes shape very often.
Okay.
Oh, real quick, Mr. or autonom person thing.
Yes.
I don't know.
No.
What does the Forbidden Archives? Just because we were told not to go there, and I just want to make sure what it looks like so we don't go.
It is a giant sealed door. You can't miss it.
So it's a
It
door that looks like
specifically
a seal.
says
Gotcha.
Forbidden Archives on it.
Good to know. Because I was worried that this room was the Forbidden Archives because there was books in here. But now that I know it's not this room, and it's going to be a big sign that says "Dummy, don't go in here." Awesome. Thank you.
A related question, if you could possibly help us. How would we recognize the map chamber?
The map chamber?
Yes.
It is a room on the second floor. There are maps.
Awesome.
You'll find the library
Okay.
is very well labeled. It's a library.
Dewey Decimal System? Or what
Some-
system are we doing?
Sometimes we've seen things that aren't should be but weren't, so it's good to know. Thank you very much.
So moving on.
Yeah.
Alright. You open the door. There is another room.
Oh boy, it's all books.
Yes, it is a lot of books. The walls of this room stretch 80 feet into a latticed ceiling. The immense bookshelves that fill the room each go up 40 feet with sliding ladders to help access the upper shelves. The shelves appear organized, but on closer inspection, the order seems to be rather haphazard and incomplete. There are statues of great scholars kind of setting around the room. And if you look up through the lattice work, it gives you like a weird disconcerting feel as you see like upside down versions of rooms or rooms that are folded spatially incorrectly, kind of jamming up against each other in ways that physics is not meant to do.
This looks fun.
Hmm.
Just kind of casually walking down the space here.
All right. There is a door over here and a door over here. The one in this direction reads first-hand accounts. Also, you, Rothamir, you're pretty sure that if you spend some time looking around in the books of this room, you might be able to find a little bit of information. You have a sense that maybe this room contains information. You just have to go find it. As you are the one in this party who's trained in Arcana, you just looking at the various volumes, you're like, I could probably find something here.
Yeah, I'm going to take a look. Clevie, can I ask for your assistance with your expertise in
Clevie
books?
comes up. You invited me because I worked in a library, didn't you? I thought we were gonna
I,
have fun.
I invited you because I thought we were going to have fun. This is just the side. This is just a side advantage.
Uh-huh. I see how it is. I see
Giant
how it is.
Sphinx wasn't fun. Giant Sphinx and space space elf battle wasn't the start of fun.
Uh, Giant Sphinx is scary, and I don't know about your elves and your space battles. So
A giant courtroom full of crabs
that
wasn't
was that was fun.
entertaining.
They didn't even know I was there. It was great.
Right, right,
I stole some coffee.
nice.
You can share.
Just I was just saying, with your expertise, you happen would you be able to assist?
What do you want me to look for?
Um, I just get the feeling there might be something here about our turtley friend.
All right. Space turtles. Got it. I'll see what I can find.
Thanks.
Teenage Mutant Space Turtles, Teenage Mutant. Sorry, DMC.
I'm going.
Clevie did
I'm
very well.
I'm going to keep look. I'm going to be looking myself to see if there's anything of interest. Is this investigation or perception or
This is an Arcana roll.
Arcana? Even better.
You did better than Clevie. All right, you find a. You don't find anything specifically on the turtle, which is currently flying around and trying to play like hide and seek between the books. But you find a arcane rune that means repetition. And you're pretty sure that this rune, if kind of like laid out with other runes, would make the last passage or magic rune kind of repeat again.
Okay.
It was an interesting little bit of treatise that kind of caught your eye. About the time you're kind of getting ready to put that down, Clevie comes back with like 3 books like stacked over her head, and she's like, "Yeah, didn't you? I didn't know, but there was an entire section on space turtles."
Nice.
And
I'm gonna keep hold of that rune for now.
Okay. There is when you go reading through, it's actually more stuff on the astral plane in general. But the material plane, they say, gets thinner the closer one gets to the edge of wild space, allowing other planes to leak through. That's some knowledge that you pick up that you didn't have before.
Okay. Hmm. Let's see. Anything else I think might be hiding in this room?
You don't think so.
Okay. So, yeah. Well, thank you, Clevie. You found a lot more than I did.
That's because I'm a good librarian.
The best.
That's right. Deck, you're standing over here in front of first-hand accounts.
Yeah, I was going to look for traps on the door.
Go ahead. You believe the door to be trapped.
I'm going to attempt to disarm the trap.
All right.
Thieves' tools, or
Yes.
what would it be?
Just a thieves' tools roll.
Hopefully this works. There we go.
So you see a lot of like runes kind of like carved into the mortar around the door frame. And you assume that that's a trap of some kind, so you kind of like scratch all of those out.
Gotcha.
So as far as you're sure, the door is no longer trapped.
All right. I'll, satisfied with my work, I'll spin the thieves' tools back around, put them in my little pouch, and open the door.
All right. It opens up into a small room. The the walls of this chamber are crowded with shelves stacked with hundreds of glass jars. Each jar labeled with a name, a date, holding a magical powder inside of it. There is a large magical basin of some kind sitting right here as well.
Oh wait, is this that big basin that Dumbledore would like put all of his thoughts into?
It's quite possible.
I want to look around the room at all of these jars and see if I recognize any of the names.
Okay.
Well,
You do not recognize any of these names.
do any of the powders look shiny?
Many of them do.
I'm gonna go look for one that has like a pearl type of like that iridescent shimmery to it. If there's a powder like that or like
Sure.
a purple. So I
You
would
can very
grab
easily
that.
acquire that.
All right, I'll grab that and I'll go over the whole thingy. Is the bottle like cork?
It is. It is labeled Jiraxel 1862.
Go ahead, pop that, and I'll sprinkle some of it into the basin.
Okay. It kind of whims around a bit and forms into kind of a small bust of a kind of like an elven figure that begins talking about a voyage to Beholder, to Winter Space, which is an offshoot of Wild Space, where they went to a planet that was once used as a staging ground and prison planet for goblins and orcs that the old Elvish Empire used after they kind of like took over that corner of Wild Space.
Work that one. Put it back where I found it.
Okay.
And then I'll call back into Rothamir and Victor. Say, hey guys, I found this room with a bunch of powders, and when you sprinkle it in this basin, the person talks to you. It's wild. Come check it out. It's like a pop-up book.
Head on in.
Clevie and the Astral Turtle also join.
So,
Yeah, Rothamir, this place is like floor to ceiling, weird shaped bottles filled with all kinds of like glittery dust and sand.
What the
All of the jars have names. Some of them have dates. Some of them have like labels on them.
Was there like dates or something that we should be looking out for?
I don't know. Um, gonna kind of look around and see if there's anything that looks like a name, a date, or a subject that looks like we should probably take a look at it, or it seems familiar in some capacity.
Make for me an investigation roll. You do not find anything that like specifically calls out like astral turtles or from here to the the astral and back summoner's tale. There's no there's nothing labeled in a way that you would recognize it as being helpful at this time.
Probably curious, is there anything about the Archimandrite?
You did not immediately see anything labeled in such a way.
Okay. Huh.
Is there anything
Interesting.
little? Is there anything little about Artraxis? I believe her name is the big red dragon lady.
Yes, actually. Or
like-
Axis? Oh, no, that's her
Yeah,
daughter. Lucretia is
Lucretia.
the yes. There is a first-hand account of what it is like to be in her court.
Okay. We weren't in her. Well, we weren't here. We were in her gala or something like that.
But without knowing what to look for in here, you could be here for like months, just randomly grabbing things off the wall.
All right, you hear that, folks? That's the next 6 sessions. Let's go. Ben, let's improv as many as we
I'm
can.
gonna improv as many as I can.
Improv. I think we should go look on ahead for me to find some more information about the planar conjunction or whatever it's called.
Yeah, but this is a nice room to come back and reference if we need to. Good find, Deck.
Woohoo! Yummy.
I like this
Read
stuff.
what's on the door.
All right. Important note. On the door, you see on this side that this room itself is labeled in Draconic, so only I think Rothamir can read it. Is a plaque that says records.
That's the records room.
Well, arguably you're
Or-
standing in the records room.
Well, one of these rooms is a records room.
Right. Sorry about that. Anyway, so moving on to the next one.
Yeah, I'll check the door for trap.
Okay. You see the same strange arcane carvings into the mortar all around this door as well.
I'll do the same thing I did before and scratchy scratch.
I see him doing that.
I mean, it's very obvious that he does that.
Okay.
He has tools for that.
Do those markings look familiar to me in any capacity as he's starting to scratch them off?
It seemed make an Arcana roll. Yeah, he's scratching through a few layers of magical warding that have been put here over time by multiple wizards, it looks like.
Oh. Yeah, Deck, definitely keep an eye out for those runes. That might be very bad if we set those off.
You got it, boss. I have the one thieves' tool in my mouth, and I've got one of my daggers out trying to get through a really finicky one. You got it, boss.
All right. Having scratched those off, you're pretty sure the door is good to go.
I will open the door.
All right. Leads to a long room. Bunch of stuff in it.
I will step into the room. So many doors.
I know, right?
Wow.
All right. So this particular room that you find yourselves in has an unmistakable stench of sulfur and pickled rat tail that permeate this long chamber. Do not ask why you know what the smell of pickled rat tail is. You just do. But anyway, a bubbling cauldron over here contains a bright purple liquid. And the bookcases in the room are jammed with books on alchemy and other reagents in the makings thereof. There is a hallway that leads down this way, and there appears to be a door over here as well.
Take a walk down here. And is there any signage on these doors?
Mayhap. Hold on 1 second. One of them is labeled Serenity Hall.
An Insanity Tavern.
And I believe the other one is labeled Art Gallery, but let me check to make sure that I have my map correct. Yes. This one is labeled Serenity Hall, and this one is labeled Art Gallery.
And then I see there's another door at the end. Is that an actual door, or is that...
That is an actual door.
What does that one say?
That one is currently labeled let's see. Study Hall.
While I'm doing that, I'll let you guys figure out what you were doing up there
Okay.
before I do something stupid to get us killed.
I was just planning to explore this little section here. I'm assuming that with all the alchemy stuff around, that the giant cauldron is a alchemical reagent of some sort.
Probably.
I don't do alchemy, so I'm just going to guess at that. What do I see on this door here?
On that door?
Yeah.
Oh, I lied. That's the door that says Study Hall. Or no, that one says Research Room.
I'm gonna look. Are there runes around this door?
There are runes around every door. Make a perception check, actually, while you're kind of...
Yeah.
Rothamir, not only around the doors, but like literally carved into the designs of every floor tile are multiple layers of weird arcane like runes doing who knows what.
Oh. And so all I know is these runes on this door are probably words like the other ones, but what they're wording exactly is anyone's guess.
Correct.
Hmm. Gonna think over to deck. Well, I found a room labeled research room. What'd you find on your hallway?
Got art gallery, study hall, and first one's escape. So this was art
No, no, no.
gallery.
I lied. So Rothamir found the study hall.
Okay.
You found draconic records,
So I've got Draconic Records, art gallery, and
Serenity Hall.
Serenity Hall. So I'll tell them that.
Hmm. Oh, which one do we want to go on first?
Um, I don't know. First door, I see.
You're standing in front of Serenity Hall.
I'll take a look at the door. I'll tell them I'm going to go in Serenity Hall.
Okay. The
Look.
much like every other door, you see that they have some kind of runic script kind of carved around in the mortar.
I'm not going to scrape it. Time I'm going to open.
Okay. You open the door.
If I walk through the door, does anything happen?
No.
Hmm.
The walls of this chamber, as you kind of enter in, are covered with a simple ink drawings and woven tapestries of serene landscapes, evoking feelings of mindfulness and tranquility. Thick carpets and comfortable mats kind of line the floor, and two sticks of ever-burning incense kind of fill the room with soothing scents. There is a startling variety of semi-precious stones and crystals that cover the shelves in the room, and exuding a palpable thrum of energy when touched or put near. Unlike most of the rooms in the Transcendental Library, there's only a single bookcase. The texts all seem to be focused on inner light magic and ki.
Ah.
Um,
Huh.
as you all kind of enter in, the astral turtle kind of like wafts toward the center of the room, and Deck, you see that it like its eyes get all hazy, and it gets like a weird smile on its face as it just kind of floats throughout the room.
We have created Crush. From Finding Nemo, I was like, oh man.
Oh, fuck.
I'm just gonna look around. Do I get the feeling like this is similar to that rock cropping with the lizards?
It feels similar.
Cool, cool.
We'll have to
Well,
bookmark this one for later.
yeah, this will be a nice place to come relax at.
Yeah.
Did we name the turtle?
Keith.
Kevin, I believe, or Keith.
Keith.
Keith is what they have named the turtle.
Keith is what Victor named the turtle.
Gotcha. Not Donatello or Michelangelo or Raphael
No,
or Leonardo.
none of those.
It wasn't Venus either.
It's true.
Thank God.
Missed opportunities. Come on, Squirtle, let's go.
You say that, but it does not move.
Go,
Keith,
Keith.
It does not move.
Keith, do you want to head on out?
It seems to not notice you.
Keith.
How glazed over is he?
Very.
I'm
on
going
a
to-
scale of 1 to 10, how many blunts has it smoked?
10.
I'm
on
going
a scale
to-
of on a scale of Cheech and Chong, it's definitely both.
Yes.
Gotcha.
I'm going to
Come
very
on.
gently pick him up.
That's what I'm
And-
going
You go to move him, and you cannot. It is like trying to move the weight of a collapsed star. It
That's
turns
on
out
my
when
light
Keith
load.
doesn't want to move, he doesn't.
I guess we're taking a rest here.
Well, we have a problem with that. How long do we have until the autonomes report us as invaders?
Yeah, a couple hours.
Couple hours. Also,
Probably take.
um, before the astral elves make it into the library.
Oh, yeah, that's another problem too.
You know, these are all
Fine,
things.
Fine.
The incense is burning underneath Keith.
At the moment, yes.
Why did we name it Keith?
I
I'll take the incense and try to pick it up and move it out of.
you can move it, but the turtle does not move. It seems to be enjoying itself in the middle of the room.
How the hell do we get this thing out of here? Maybe we meditate here for a little bit.
Rothamir, you are again trained in Arcana.
Yeah.
And kind of like getting a feel for the room and like what's going on here. You think that the room's energy needs to be retuned to help kind of usher the living star out.
Oh, how do I go about doing that?
Well, it would require about 20 minutes of meditation and an Arcana check. Well, for you, an Arcana check to like move some of the crystals around the room appropriately, and then a group Wisdom check to kind of reset the energies.
Hold on one moment here. I'm going to look over the crystals and see what I can do. Try to adjust them a bit.
All right. So you grab a few of like the little energy crystals and kind of resituate them about the room in a different pattern than they were before.
Okay, well, guys, Deck was right. We need to meditate on this for a bit.
Cleavy's like, do we have to? That sounds dumb.
I know, but
I'll look back over at Clevey. I said, well, the other option is that we stab you and we spray your blood all over the room. You want to try that one?
Clevey just kind of sits over on this mat. Victor, when you sat down on that mat, Clevey kind of looks at you weird, and then comes over to this mat.
While we're sitting here meditating, I'm just going to stare daggers at Clevey with like an evil grin on my face.
Guys, stop tormenting Clevey. We need to be peaceful.
Rothamir, it's so fun. They react this way. I don't get to have this fun. All right, fine.
Clevey comes over here to the side of you, Rothamir, and goes, "It's weird, right? Tell me it's weird. I'm not making this up.
Weird?
He's got a dead mouse in his pocket, and it's freaking me out."
I totally forgot that.
I'm just going to kind of look at her and says,
I mean, it's petrified, but that's just gross.
I'm just going to kind of point to Deck. He's got a human foot.
I pull it
Yeah,
out
but
of my
that's not a
pocket.
petrified mouse. That's a human foot. That's normal.
I could make it an imp foot.
Imp foot wouldn't be as lucky for you. I mean, I've seen what that human foot has done.
True. Yeah, whatever. And I'll lay on my back and I'll sort of like do this Spider-Man, the pose that he was doing in that one poster where he had like his leg over his knee. He's just sort of laying there looking up at the ceiling.
Going to start meditation as well.
All right, make for me wisdom checks. Just straight wisdom.
All of us?
Yeah. Well, 2 of you got better than 10. So, after about 20 minutes, the astral turtle kind of blinks one eye and then the other, and kind of shakes it off, and then kind of looks at you, Deck, and makes like a little whop noise, and comes over to you.
Hi, Keith. I'll try to scratch underneath their chin.
They appreciate it.
Pat him on the head and go, all right, let's go.
I totally forgot about that mouse.
So,
It wards off
thanks for
imps.
indulging this. Thanks for indulging us, Clevie.
I'm just telling you, he's weird.
We'll wait around the corner until Cleety comes out, and then I'll jump out and try to scare them.
You do that, and then Clevie turns invisible.
Oh. Oops. Sorry, Cleety.
The star does not turn invisible, but Clevie does.
Sorry. I'll come down to the art gallery, and I'll open the door.
Again, Clevie, thank you for indulging them. / putting up with them.
All right. It looks fancy in there.
Step in.
Okay, so the walls of this spacious room are adorned with a number of beautiful paintings, exhibiting a wide selection of artists and styles. The center of the room is covered by beautiful, intricate kind of sand mandalia. A magical time gem rests in the center of it, which is
There's an infinity stone?
maybe. To you, it is just a glittery, glowy gem. But Rothamir, you recognize that it is radiating some kind of chrono-arcanic energy. And it looks actually very similar to the 2 stones that were in the display earlier.
Looking around the room to see how that... Is it just sitting there loosely, or is it...
It seems to be just sitting in the middle of like this sand art display in the center of the room.
What happens if I turn it?
If you turn the gem?
Yeah.
Are you trying to be careful not to mess up the sand painting that it's in the middle of?
Oh, it's that far in.
Yeah.
If that's... then no, I'm not going to try
Yeah,
to
the sand
reach in and
painting
turn it.
itself is like 10 feet, like a 10-foot circle.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to try to do that. Okay. It's just a circle.
Yeah,
with
this
the
this
patterns.
colorful circle here in the center of the room is like all sand and art, and then the very center of it is a little glittery gem.
Those gems might actually be just what they use to keep whatever magic they need for these going. I'm afraid to mess up the art, though. I don't want to anger the Sphinx. What do I
Okay.
see on the sides of the wall?
A bunch of artworks. There are at least 20 paintings in total which line the walls.
Nothing stands out as interesting.
Make for me a history check. There are several very prominent artists on display here. Each of these paintings easily worth about 50 gold apiece, maybe even 5 times that to a specific collector of any given artist. They are very, very fancy.
I'm gonna kind of look at everyone. I'm good with this room. How about you? Do we want to check out the study hall or continue down the through the other door there?
While you're kind of looking over the things, make for me an investigation check. You're pretty sure that there is a button disguised amongst the clockwork on the wall that may do something when you press it.
I'll be the curious one. I'll walk up to it and press it.
Pressing it shifts the painting that it is near upwards, revealing a small room. There is a plaque in the room. It's a small stone room. There's nothing fancy in it other than a bronze plaque with Draconic written on it. The
What does
word
it say?
says art.
Hmm. So a hidden plaque that says art.
Mm-hmm.
Banksy was here.
Mayhaps.
This is
Uh,
art.
I mean, I don't know. Hiding a room like that within the art could be a high form of art. What do you think? What do you gentlemen think?
Um, did you try touching it?
Reach out and poke the tablet.
It does nothing. It's just a metal, like a little metal plaque.
Yep.
I tried.
It's a,
I'm a rogue. I like to touch things. That's all.
I'd say nothing else in this area seems of interest.
No. Like I said, there's about 20 paintings, all relatively expensive. The gem in the middle of the room, and then the hidden doorway, which leads to a small chamber with a plaque that says art.
I mean, it is the art.
Right.
Should we go take a look at that other room that you were looking up?
I'd say that study hall that was up at the other end.
Yeah, let's go look at that one.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Don't we have one more door here?
We
Oh,
do,
this
but
one. This one. All right.
I get the feeling that I don't know. That I think there might be something helpful over here.
Are there the runes all around the door again?
Yes.
All right, I'll open the door.
All right. It opens up into a study hall used by various teachers and researchers. Currently empty. There are worn wooden desks filling the room, a chalkboard filled with ideas on magical theory and scribblings on esoteric research kind of line the walls. That is what you see immediately when you walk in. There's also a door down here.
Um, is this a big desk up here?
That is, yes.
I'll look on the desk, see if I can find anything.
Okay. Make for me a perception check.
Perception. Ooh, I'm pretty good at that.
You are. And as you're kind of digging through the desk, going through, rifling through the drawers, you find another one of those glittery gems that emit the chrono arcane energy.
Hey, Rothamir, maybe we have to collect these and put them back in that sculpture? In that one room that we walked through? Remember the one with the two like glowy things with like the figure eight and the other
Oh,
one
yeah.
on the pedestals?
Wouldn't hurt, I don't think. Then, let's see. We can probably. We'll
While you're
probably go
having that
back.
conversation, the desk drawer to this desk begins rattling violently.
Gonna look at it closely.
Maybe
It is
stop.
currently
Close.
shut.
Does it look like it has a lock of some sort on it?
Yeah, it has like a little latch.
I'll bite. Just flip the latch.
When you do, it like the drawer just kind of like bursts open, and a book flies out. It make a perception check as it kind of like flies past you.
Close the door.
Stamped on its spine is the words "Introduction to Magic," and as it kind of like flies up over you, it kind of opens up and goes, "Who's ready to learn some magic?"
It's like the Beetlejuice of magic. It's showtime.
You
What?
you
kind
look
of
like you
magic
know
would-
things about spells. What's your favorite spell? Pop quiz.
Um, guiding bolt.
Guiding bolt? That's not a wizard spell.
Fireball.
I'm not a wizard.
Huh. Well, I've worked with worse. So, are you guys ready to learn some magic?
Yes.
You want to take the test?
Yes.
Sweet. And it flies over to you, Deck, and flips itself to a blank test and lands at the desk next to a pen.
I will sit down with a pen and I will look at the book.
It looks like some kind of test you would expect at a wizard school.
All right. Haven't studied for a test. Gonna take a test. Feels very familiar.
Two options afforded to you. You're not trained in Arcana, so just an intelligence roll you could kind of muscle through it, or you can attempt to cheat using a dexterity stealth roll.
Oh, didn't know that was. Sure, stealth.
It's an option. Assuming you want to attempt to cheat in the book that is alive.
No, I'll absolutely deck with cheat.
Okay. Well, I have good news for you. 18 beats the stealth requirement by 1. So you're just kind of like looking around the room at like other books, like, yeah, this is totally the answer.
Sit there and write down my answers. Slam down the pen.
Anyway, it pops up afterwards, flickers its pages, and goes, that was surprising. I did not expect that. You're a pretty good wizard. Pretty good wizard. Or at least a wizard student? I guess you're a student. Why else would you be taking tests and learning magic? From me! Intro to Magic. By the way, do you know about the Hall Pass?
I do, but just refresh my memory.
Well, I mean, like, you know how to get around the library quicker.
No.
No one taught you that? Well, good news. I'm an Intro to Magic spellbook, and I'm going to teach you today. It flips open some pages and goes, all right, well, here's a spell that will bend space. Anyone can learn it, even people who don't cast spells. It's real easy. And since you passed the test, I'm going to teach you. Basically, you now know a specific cantrip called Bend Space.
Okay.
I'm not gonna add it to your character because it's only viable here in the Transcendental Library. But basically, the deal is, if you know the name of a location, like where those metal plaques are, you can go into one of these secret rooms of that room and then like use bend space to go to a different secret area. You just have to know where you're going.
Huh. How many of these different plaques are there?
Oh, bunches. Lots of rooms have them.
Does this room have one?
No.
Interesting. So I know the art gallery is named Art,
That is correct.
but I have to be in one of these rooms
And
and then
the
know the other room.
yes, you have to be in you have to be next to one of the plaques to go to another plaque, and you have to know where the plaque you're going is.
Okay. Cool. Well, thanks.
Yeah, glad to help.
All right, I'm gonna take the book and I'm gonna try to fold it again, like hold it shut.
It sits there quietly.
I'm gonna put it back in that drawer and lock it.
Okay.
Does it start rustling around again?
Not yet.
All right, I'm gonna bang on the desk real quick, and then I'm gonna run over to this door over here.
Okay.
Does this door have the arcane symbols above it?
They all do, but yes.
Okay. Go ahead and open the door.
All right. That area leads to what appears to be a small office, which contains half-filled bookshelves and clockwork trundle beds kind of built into the wall. There are abjurations and magical runes which cover the whole room. Every space on the wall is covered with some kind of magical rune. A magical device resembling a glass clock sits on the edge of the desk with a slot on one side just large enough to fit one of those glimmering gems that you have.
Othmir, should I put this in the clock?
Why not? See what happens.
As you go over to the desk to do that, there is a note on the desk.
What does the note say?
It says, "Students, you will not be receiving a new time gem if you break the effect of the minute press early. Remember to use the bathroom before starting your studies. And lastly, please clean up after yourselves when you are finished. I don't want to have to ask again. Signed, Dean and Nora."
So we got to go to the bathroom first. All right. Deck's gonna walk over and start peeing in the.
Gross.
You animal.
Look, Deck's not smart.
You haven't been doing that on the ship, have you?
Well, about that.
I was about to say, you mean you haven't seen the
No.
the circular? You haven't seen the nice round balls periodically around the edge of the ship?
No, I've never gone like that on the ship. I always go over the edge.
Such
I
lies.
don't believe
Such
you.
lies.
Is that why my room always smells so bad?
Oh no, that's because I poop in your bed.
Note to self: Deck sleeps outside from the.
Anyway, with that information, and now that now that the whole room kind of has a stench to it.
Question: did Deck read that note out loud or just to himself?
I would have read it out loud.
Actually, Deck, maybe we should take that with us, but not put the gem in there yet.
Okay.
The device is affixed to the desk.
Fixed. Okay.
So the note said what was the first part of the note?
You will not be receiving a new time gem if you break the effect of the minute press early.
A minute. Minute.
Hold on. Minute press. Does that seem odd?
You've
Does
never
that
heard of
mean
that.
anything?
That is
Nothing at
that
all?
is not a word you have ever heard before.
Victor, come on in here real quick. Okay, let's give it a shot, Deck.
Okay. Gem right in the thing.
When you put it in there, it lights up, and all of the runes in the around the entire room also begin to light up with a shimmering energy, and then all of the walls kind of have this like shimmery field over it, and you feel like a weird pressure. But otherwise, everything's fine.
What did it say about the minute press?
Uh,
Don't break it early.
It
Right.
says you will not be receiving a new time gem if you break the effect of the minute press early. Remember to use the bathroom before starting your studies. And lastly, please clean up after yourselves when you are finished. I don't want to have to ask again.
Oh, that's why. Because it's pressing down on us, and it's probably going to make us go.
I mean, you feel
Right.
fine. It felt a little weird earlier, like a pressure change, but now like you've gotten used to it.
Huh.
I'm going to look around the room to see if there's any instructions about the minute press.
Make for me an investigation roll. You do find a student primer, minute presses, the study hall, and you.
Okay, what does it say?
So the device in the room is a minute press. If a time gem is placed into the minute press, the door to the room shuts and time becomes quickened in the research room. For every minute passing on the outside, an hour passes in this chamber.
So,
After 8 hours, the power of the time gem is spent and the minute press powers down. If the door is opened while the minute press is active, the effect ends and the time gem is spent.
hey guys,
So you are currently like you can arguably get a full long rest in right now for 8 minutes.
that is exactly what I am suggesting.
Long rest. Long rest.
Long rest indeed.
Well,
Wait,
rack it up. You get a long rest. Congrats.
Will you be in the room with us?
Do what?
Could you be in the room with us?
Oh, yeah.
Could you-
Say, does she invisible herself during the process?
Oh, heck no.
Okay.
I want to action surge on deck before I take my break.
Oh, you shouldn't need to. Oh, you're going to what? Oh,
Don't worry about it. All right. So, a long rest happens. You guys get a good 8 hours in. And then the time gem, you just hear like this little like ding. and the time gem fades and crumbles into like a small dust that's caught in like the little bottom tray of the minute press.
That was cool.
So, yeah, we'll definitely want to grab another one of those.
Theoretically, only 8 minutes have passed.
We'll definitely want to grab another one of those gems if we see one,
Well,
or
I know where there's at least 3.
or at least have someone. Hey, Victor, you could probably easily grab the one gem without disrupting the sand, right?
Oh yeah.
We should probably do that.
Right over there. Yeah. Stop it. Stop it.
Stop messing with the door. Don't touch.
Let's
There we go.
try to open it. Yeah, I'll let the sonically mage hand that up.
All right. When you do so, a thing happens. Excuse me while I roll on a table real quick.
The room explodes.
Well, about that. When you pull the time gem out of the sand with your power and begin drawing it toward you, the all of the little runes that are carved in the mortar of this room glow a violent, like green color, and then the entire room is caught in the middle of an acid rainstorm.
Ah, run
So
away!
the two of you that are in the room need to make dexterity saving throws.
Oh.
21.
Deck, you only take half the damage, so 3, because I rolled a 7. And Victor, you take 7 damage as you are acid rained upon.
Just imagine Deck grabs my feet to hide underneath the rain.
Now, I have other things for this room as well because you took the time gem. So let me see what else happens. The room also begins to chime with a strange sound. I need the both of you who are in the room to make for me wisdom saving throws.
This
Deck did not succeed. Victor did not succeed. All right, so
0.
you are currently bewitched by the sound of the chimes, and you are in a stupor, unable to move for the next several rounds until you save out of it. A third thing happens. What's that thing? Yeah, I don't want to do that thing yet. All right. So Radomir, you look in. A weird like chiming is happening in the room, and both of your friends look kind of out of it. And is also raining acid, which doesn't look healthy for them.
No. Crap. How do I get them out of there without going in myself?
I don't have a good answer for you there.
Yeah. Um. Hmm. Well, I can try it. and just do a quick run in and drag them both out.
All right. Entering the room, I need a dexterity saving throw from you.
Yep. Nope.
Okay. I also need dexterity saving throws from the other two of you.
Hold on. And roll something. No, that's lucky four. Oh, no, it's not going to help. The D4 is not going to help that.
All right. Victor.
Yeah.
Victor, Rothamir, Deck. You each take 13 acid damage. Then the other two of you can now make a wisdom save again.
Sorry. Wisdom save. Nope.
It's not looking great. That's not better. Rothamir, which one of them would you like to save?
I'm going to go for Deck for Victor. Victor, actually,
Okay.
because he can pull Deck out without anyone having to go back in.
Okay. You can kind of like grab him and kind of pull him back out into the hallway.
Okay.
Victor, once you leave the room, your senses come back to you. Also, it hurts because you've had acid on you a bunch.
Ow, ow, ow.
Get Deck out of there. I'll heal you up. Hurry.
Yeah, I'll pull him out of the room with that. So
All right.
telekinetic movement.
Deck, you are yanked out of the room. As soon as you leave the room, you gain your senses back as well.
Ow, ow, ow. Victor, what the fuck, dude?
You guys are the ones who told me to grab the gem.
Yeah,
I'm
we messed up. That's fair.
Hindsight, I could have just pulled it from the hallway.
Could have, didn't.
So how bad are you guys hurting?
Probably about, I don't know. I'm at 4/5.
Uh,
I'm down 16.
I'm only down 20. I'm like running at
God.
60% of my best.
Percentage-wise, I think I'm hurting a little bit.
Uh,
Deck does not have a
um,
high pain tolerance.
well,
Fine. You worry about
let's try this. How long will this last us? I'm going to just cast Healing Spirit.
Okay.
And it should last a few.
That's the one that like if everyone moves in and out of, they can get healed, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you guys can heal up on that. There's nothing currently trying to kill you.
Yeah.
So heal up all the way.
Yeah.
Woohoo! Much better.
Doesn't appear on my cheat sheet, but oh well.
All right. Shall we look through? This is the Draconic.
Draconic compilations.
Go ahead and open the door.
All right. Leads into a room.
Blue.
There is a door. There's a door here as well. But a large tapestry of a beautiful red dragon kind of hangs prominently on the wall of this room, and an enormous tiled mosaic of a green dragon covers the floor. The bookcases are dedicated to the greater understanding of dragonkind, with several cabinets filled with scrolls detailing encounters with dragons, in addition to books and shelves which hold polished dragon skulls and preserved dragon hearts in glasses. A enormous, elaborately carved bas relief depicts a nearly life-size scene of a dragon attack on the north wall. There is no exit from this room save for this door here.
Anything else seem interesting, like looking at the tables, or?
Depends. If you're kind of searching the room, there are lots of things to look at. An investigation roll would be helpful. Natural 20. Great. So bunches of stuff here. There are several documents in the room which bear the signature of Popoli, Dean of Draconic Studies. There is a bunch of weird draconic artifacts like preserved dragon scales and fangs, which would be kind of helpful for a wizard or other collector. Inspecting the artwork around the room, you see that the bottom of the image, at the bottom of the image of the red dragon, a life-size warrior's empty hand extends from the image, carved in such a way that it appears capable of maybe holding an item. There is a deep niche carved into the center of the dragon's belly. The belly above the niche is hollow and large enough that it could maybe fit a tiny-sized item. Vents carved into the stone around the niche bear the signs of ash and soot. And the dragon is currently headless. The top of its neck kind of ends in a hook.
I don't think dragons had so things with it, guys.
No, but like, just for curiosity's sake, does it look like the warrior would be holding a weapon or a time stone?
It is a elongated item like a weapon.
Okay. I'm gonna look to see if I can find anything that would match that.
You do not see a weapon in the room currently.
Okay. Well, guys, if we see something that looks like this dude could hold.
Well, I mean, you have a fighter who has multiple weapons.
How big is this guy? Life? Oh, you said life size?
Yeah, life size.
Oh. Anyone have a weapon they want to give this soldier?
I mean, I got daggers. I think that's going to slay a dragon. Victor, you got something?
I got an extra longsword.
That would probably work.
Take a look, see what happens. Although I get the feeling that that there might be fire involved in this, so be careful.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll wherever I need to go.
It's like over here.
Yeah.
But you can pop the sword in, and it fits. It fits in the wall, in the soldier's hand.
So you said there's a hook for a dragon head?
So yeah, there's a couple of things. So you've already got a sword, kind of sitting in the soldier's hand. There is a deep niche kind of carved in the center of the dragon's belly. And it looks like it's large enough to hold kind of like a tiny sized item. Uh, Tiny being like anything of football size or smaller that you could kind of hold in your hand. Um, there are vents kind of carved into the stone around the niche that look like they have kind of soot and ash kind of like smeared in them.
Was there like any kind of dragon head or like a dragon heart?
There is a dragon head, which could go on the hook at the end of the dragon's neck to give the dragon a head.
Go ahead and grab that and attempt to put it on the hook there.
Okay.
Was there like so you said that the tiny size hole was in its chest?
Yeah, like in its belly, chest area.
Okay. Is there anything like go ahead.
Rothermere, did you have
Is
a...
there,
No, go on.
is there anything like that size tiny of like a dragon heart or esophagus or like some kind of flammable liquid?
Make for me a intelligence roll.
This is gonna go so well. Natural 20.
A lantern would fit.
Oh. I
Let's go, Lantern. Can we light it?
probably.
Yeah, I'll light the lantern and place it there then.
Okay. So when you place the lantern, the walls begin to shake a little bit, and you kind of step back as there's a doorway that opens up here that wasn't there before, but also a bunch of vellum pages spring loose from their bindings and kind of swirl around the room and coalesce into a large draconic shape made of paper and parts that roars at you, Deck.
Hi. Speak common.
Would you, it looks angry at you.
Uh-huh.
I will let you do one thing before it goes to do things, and then we go to initiative.
Disengage and run.
All right. Where do you run? Do you go up?
Run this way.
Okay.
And I'll stop it.
All right. In that case, initiatives.
Hey.
Yeah, Victor.
Well, Victor,
Makes up for
you
the
are
two natural
the
ones I rolled.
Victor. You are currently the winner. What would you like to do?
I see dragon, I kill it.
I mean, if you wish to charge the dragon instead of run out through the open doorway, that is your prerogative.
He's made of paper.
He sure is.
And last time I checked, sword beats paper.
You missed, unfortunately.
Another one. And I missed again. Okay.
Scissors cuts paper.
See, that was the beginning of combat. Deck.
Deck to pop out here. Probably up to here. And throw a psionic blade out. And then an offhand psionic.
Hey, that one hit.
Yeah.
With snack attack.
Twice. Oh boy.
So 24.
All right.
And then Deck is going to use the rest of his movement to get back. That thing hits hard.
Ooh.
Well, it bites at you to no avail, Victor. Rothamir, you're up.
I'm going to see what's back here at this door.
A passageway leading down. Or sorry, leading up.
Found the stairs up.
Kind of busy.
Kind of busy, he says, as like a horde of paper and spikes like slam into him.
Yeah, I'm going to try to frostbite the dragon.
It succeeds its save. Victor.
So anyways, I just start stabbing. Yeah. And another one.
Okay. It bites you as a reaction.
What?
Yep, I have to target you first. There we go. Did not hit you though.
Nope.
Anything else?
My turn. Nope.
All right, Deck.
Deck's going to run over here and throw the first blade.
Well, that did damage.
With its sneak attack. And then the offhand blade.
All right.
And it's gonna pop back over here.
All right. Dragon's main turn. It's going to critically fail. Man, my dragon is doing terrible. One of these days it's going to hit you. Then all this damage is going to actually happen. Actually, it'll probably die before that. Rothamir, your friends are still tangling with a dragon.
Yeah, they are. Like with it, just going to go ahead and guiding bolt it,
Okay.
or not.
Or not. Victor.
I'm gonna attempt to knock it down real quick.
It succeeds its save by a lot.
Okay. Noted. As long as I just start stabbing. Oh.
By a lot.
Oh. There's my turn.
Deck.
Deck goes peekaboo deck. That'll be a miss.
Victor seems keen on giving the dragon all the opportunity to hurt him.
That's a miss, and deck will pop back.
Am I gonna? There we go.
Reduce the hit. Reduce the hit.
I'll take
Oh.
5 less damage. That's more than 5. Ah, that hurt. You always gotta fix it.
Rothamir, you're up.
Oh, we're gonna. Well, we'll try that guiding bolt again.
That hits. The dragon's going to use its reaction to bite Victor again.
No, it misses.
Man.
Victor, it's top of the
Alright.
round.
Let's die.
Oh, wait, don't you get to roll that with advantage?
No,
Because of the guiding bolt?
that's range attacks.
No, the
advantage
next
on it?
attack would have advantage.
Yeah. So
Just
roll
roll
another
another.
d. Yeah. See if we get. See if we crit.
It did not.
Okay.
All right.
Uh, I always thought guiding bolt was range attack.
All right. It will use its reaction to bite you one more time. But you are too armored. Deck.
Deck pop out. Deck throw knife. Deck hit creature. Deck make sneak attack.
That kills creature.
Woohoo! That
See,
was easy.
I told you sword beats paper.
Oh wait, this goes up.
Yes.
That's where we need to go with the little rod thing.
That's what I was saying, guys.
And away we go.
All right.
Say,
You guys are heading out.
hold on. Did we see anything about what that other room said it was going to?
This one over here?
That one
Yeah.
over there. Says reading nook.
I'll open the door.
Okay. Inside, bookshelves line the walls of this small chamber, stretching up to the ceiling. Overstuffed chairs provide ample seating next to a warm, ever-burning fireplace. Loose paper, scrolls, and piles of books are haphazardly scattered across the room, and all the furniture. Sitting in one chair is what looks to be some kind of broken automaton. The construct-like creature has a monocle in one eye, and is kind of working to repair itself. You immediately shut the door. Leave.
Yep.
Okay.
And I'll come back over here. Yeah, just a broken robot trying to fix itself. I think we should go.
Sounds like an idea.
Okay.
We need to fix something else before a Clockwork Sphinx wants us for lunch.
All right. So heading up the stairs. Weirdly enough, you don't exit stairs. You just find yourself in the middle of a room, as if time and space is weird here. Yeah, you find yourself in a large room. Several doors leading out of here down the hall into this. You find yourself in like this chamber of wonders. Towering over a variety of specimens on display are three large articulated animal skeletons posing in lifelike stillness. Plaques identify the skeletons as Velociraptor, Hooked Horror, and Two-Headed Tyrannosaurus Rex. You also, as you're kind of looking around, there is an astral elf over here who's kind of like pulling books out of a bookcase when you all kind of like pop in.
Okay, does he look armed?
Yeah. I mean, as armed as the astral elves tend to be, he has a chain around his waist, which you know has been used as a weapon before.
Yep.
But you know that traditionally, they'll just punch you to death. They don't need weapons. Looking around the room as well, it looks like there are a couple other astral elves here as well, but they are dead. They seem perforated, and you see little bits of blood flecks on some of the skeletons in the room. This particular astral elf hasn't noticed you yet. Or if he has noticed you, he has not done anything to denote that.
So What's dividing us and the hallway here?
Huh? Here?
Like is that actually a
That's like a
divider?
stone arch that goes over.
Okay.
You can just keep walking down this hallway if you wanted.
Deck has his two blades in his hand.
I will try to
If you wish
quietly
to
make my.
get past this guy without him noticing you, a stealth roll will be required.
Yeah, I'm going to try to sneakily get by here, but
Yeah,
I
that
will
doesn't happen.
fail miserably.
Even Deck.
Still rolled a 10.
I like how you rolled a 1 and it's still a 10.
Still better than me. I mean,
You guys
It's-
immediately draw the attention of this astral elf, who like is picking up a book when he like turns and like looks at you and like locks eyes and he's like, hi?
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
I
learning.
asked you first. You have to answer first. Them's the rules.
Trying to get out of here. What's it to you?
I don't know. What you found?
That depends. Who are you?
Oh, I asked you the question first.
No. You asked me the first question.
Yeah, and then I asked you another question. before
Yeah,
I
it's
asked
my
you
turn.
another
That's how
question.
this is back and forth.
No, I mean, you can go to the rules committee, but they usually
No,
go
the
away
rules
for
committee
like 2
sucks.
weeks, so
I hate rules. It's dumb.
all right, who am I? My name is Francis Ferdinand.
Well,
He believes
Francis,
me.
um, if you must know, my my strike group kind of got stuck down here, and then they got eaten by bone dinosaurs. So I don't want to get eaten by bone dinosaurs.
What do you mean, bone dinosaurs? These things are not moving.
Oh, they'll move.
Like when?
Whenever you do something that makes them unhappy.
Uh, so have you explored this floor at all, or are you just like staying there in the corner near the things that could kill you?
Well, I mean, I'm hoping that like one of these books has like an answer. Have you? Where'd you come from? He looks around. There isn't a stairway going down, like in this room.
Oh, I'm magic. I know magic now. I'm a magician. I just went poof right here.
So, is there an out?
Nope.
Huh. Well, have fun. He's gonna go back to like picking up books and like.
What makes bone dinosaurs angry? Uh,
Spare ribs.
Dinosaurs aren't real.
You just yell that out into the room like nothing.
That astral elf doesn't like bone.
He goes. That's not true.
Don't listen to him. He lies all the time. I've never lied in my life. He believes me.
He can be wrong and right at the same time. Fake news. Starts pulling more books off the shelf.
Weird.
So I'm
I
gonna.
get. My guess is in a room where there's a bunch of bone dinosaurs that are going to kill you, that you shouldn't really be sitting here pulling books off a shelf. Probably best to look through the rest of this floor.
Looking around, Rothmere, if you want to make a investigation roll.
Nope.
No? All right.
These are just neat
Deck,
bones.
Victor, either of you?
Yeah, sure, why not? 9.
Dirty
So close.
20.
There you find, Victor, a an interesting book that may pertain to your needs. There is an entire treatise on the book sorting apparatus, designed by one Dean Torvaldi.
Oh, look, here's a nice book.
It is powered by a unique type of clockwork shaft that you have in your hand, or in your possession at least. Looking at the drawings therein, the genius left the library's design to the design for the sorting mechanism to the library. Uh,
Oh, sweet. I guess I'll. Well, they just I don't know what's going on with these people. What they're doing right now. But Dak and Rothman and the Ashdorf, but I'll start mucking with machinery, I guess.
well, I mean, it's not here. You just found a book. They get an instruction book on it.
Oh,
It will make
Is that
fixing
the-
it a lot easier.
okay, sweet. I'll pocket that book for later.
As you guys are heading down, the elf kind of looks over and goes, "Wait, is that the star?" Hey, wait a minute! You like immediately interpose yourself between.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have both blades out and I'll put it up towards his throat and I'll say, "Take one step closer,
It's
and
a
you
turtle.
lose your head."
It's a turtle.
I mean,
Victor, you might want to move from not inside the thing.
I know it's a turtle. Like, they get, yeah,
Nope, it's just a turtle.
it's definitely not.
It's
Like,
just,
we make enclaves out of these things. I'm not an idiot.
just a turtle. You are an idiot.
I am not.
Take one step closer to the turtle. By the way, his name is Keith. I didn't pick the name.
That's fine, man. I don't particularly want the turtle. Like, the Archimandrite wants the turtle. I could care less about him getting the turtle.
He just wants
I mean, all he's going to do is probably, like, make a new city out of it.
Well, you stay away from our turtle.
Why do you have a turtle?
Why do you keep asking stupid questions?
Why do you want to know?
Why do I want to know why you keep asking stupid questions? Because you seem to keep asking stupid questions. Mind your business, or you're going to find two daggers in you.
I mean, I'm pretty sure your psychic daggers aren't that sharp. But, just in case they are, I'll just stay over here. You guys can take your turtle and get lost with it, I guess. Hope nothing bad happens to you in it.
Keep it that way.
I'll come up behind Keith and I'll start ushering him this way along with us.
Okay.
I'll be the last one to leave this room. No. Do you like
Do like I'm watching you.
yeah.
What do these doors say above? Or are there any signage around these doors?
Let me see if there's signage on these doors. There might be. The signage on that one says book sorting apparatus.
Hey, we should go
Oh.
there.
Go ahead and open that door.
All right. This small chamber contains a large, complex-looking device of gears and conveyor belts tightly packed with thousands of books. Two extendable metal arms extend from the device that end in damaged hooks. A narrow chute leads from the machine through the wall and down to a room far below.
I got this. It's crack my
Um,
fingers.
Make for me an investigation check.
Hold on. Hold on a second. First off, Victor.
Yeah.
Victor, you may make this with advantage because you have
Do
received
your thing.
the book
Yeah.
of instructions, the instruction manual.
There you go. There's a 26.
All right, so you take a look at this and you see that not only is the power source missing, which you have, so that's good, but the hooks used to grip and move books has broken at some point.
Oh.
And will probably need to either be repaired or replaced.
What's the repair option needed?
The mending spell.
Can I just bend them back into shape?
No, they're like broken.
Isn't Egg with us?
I'm with you.
Oh, you have mending. That's right. I forget who has it.
Everyone has mending.
So yes, it looks like some judicious use of the mending spell can get them back into place. You do not have to source new hooks from somewhere.
Yeah, I will ask Rathmir to, hey, take care of the hooks while I take care of this doohickey majigger.
While this is going on, I'm staring daggers over at the astral elf, and if he's giving any sort of a look towards the star, I'm going to attempt to throw a psychic blade at their feet as a reminder.
Just working on the hooks.
All right. So you get everything put back together again. And once it's up and running, the book sorting apparatus kind of becomes operational. Doing this causes the machine to spit out the cause of the jam that stopped it in the first place, a time gem.
Hey, look. Time card. I'll pick that up. Both my other one.
So those things pop up in the weirdest places.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe somebody
I'll put
left
it
it in like the book pile that they turned in or something and just got stuck in the machine.
Makes sense.
I'll try to drop a note down the like with the book sorting area to try to get to the lower floor. And
You do find a ornate clockwork gear that is marked with the letters TOWTTP.
TOWTTP. TOWTTP.
Correct.
TOW. Okay. TOWTT. Alright. What is Tawat? Rothmer and Deck.
That utterance means nothing to either of you.
Just looking at it, does it look just normal gear or just ornate gear or anything else weird
It's
about
like
it?
a fancy gear, about yay big.
Let's say hold on to it for now.
There are also 2 books of note, Rothamir, that kind of come up through the sorting mechanism now that it's working and kind of get spit out. There seems to be a treatise on on Black Rift, and is a little history on how they are infamous for demon summoning and are known to make sacrifices to empower their spells. And there's another slip of paper that looks familiar to one you've already acquired. It is a rune that means upside down. And apparently the
yeah,
countermeasure to that rune, holding one's hand above one's head prior to the activation of the rune, seems to diminish its power.
I'll go ahead and grab the upside down rune just in case we need it.
Okay.
And do we still have the mental link going on between us?
No, that
Yeah.
ended hours ago. Since you were in the time dilation room.
Right, but we should be able to reenact it.
Oh, you can
because
very
it's been a long
easily
rest.
reenact it because you took a long rest. But
All right,
the
so-
original link died like hours ago.
All right, I'll reenact it for the next 5 hours.
Okay. I'll just kind of pass along. If you see me using this rune, put your hand above your head.
Gotcha.
Okay.
And that
Well-
is where you are at the moment.
Well, at least we don't have to worry about those autonomes trying to report us to a sphinx.
It's true. You guys did it in a timely manner. And got a long rest in.
Magic.
A couple hours. Okay.
What does this door say?
That door says Unexplained Wonders Collection.
Ooh. Go ahead and open that door.
So this cramped chamber is lined with small podiums showcasing strange creations under glass. Their origins and functions unknown. Each item is entirely different and unique from the others, and doesn't resemble any sort of item you've ever seen before. There are plaques which label in vague descriptive names attached to the case. You'd have to wander in the room if you want to read any of those.
I'm curious enough. What are we seeing on there?
So over here on the table is a plaque that says "Club with Holes."
Okay.
Over here is a plaque that says "Three-sided spoon." And then over here, the plaque says "Winged cane."
Huh. Interesting. And what is that thing?
What is which thing?
This thing that appears to have an open door?
So that appears to be some kind of refrigerator.
Refrigerator.
At least that's what you, as a human being playing this game, would recognize it as. Rothamir would recognize it as kind of like a weird vault that like cool air is being emitted from.
The last time me as a player pushed too much at the back end of a refrigerator, I got yelled at by a dude. But just anything weird inside there?
No. It looks like it could have things in it, but the tray that like there's a tray missing.
Huh. Interesting. It's kind of cold air inside there. Well, they weren't wrong. Definitely a lot of unique stuff in here. That's it.
This looks like the miniaturized striking technology, like the
A little bit.
what they have like their coconut propellers.
Maybe.
Uh,
It is currently labeled as a winged cane.
Yeah.
Wait, there's something in there. Winged cane?
That is, uh, yeah. This thing here. The label says winged cane.
Does it look like the glass can come off?
Potentially.
Just see if I can like shimmy off the glass.
Make for me a sleight of hand roll.
Oh,
Excuse me while I roll a dice. Let's see, 2. Deck, as you go to like pull it off, the runes around the edge glow in a bright, kind of like purplish color, and you feel like gravity in this room becomes very excessive. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
uh, no. Shit.
All right. Well, I need you to take 14 force damage, and you cannot move as the gravity in the room kind of crushes you into the ground.
The girl betrayed us.
You'll hear in your head. I fucked up. Help.
Running over here to the doorway. Victor?
What'd you do?
Yeah, don't go in, yank him out if you can.
It's gonna cost me seance. Yeah, I'll do it. If I can.
All right. I need you to make an intelligence roll, Victor.
Oh.
If you are... So you have the power to pull him out or no?
I do.
Okay. You have rolled high enough that you can exert enough mental energy to pull him out through the gravity field.
Okay.
If you wish.
Yeah.
All right. Yoink. Deck, you are force yoinked out of the room.
Holy shit! Do not touch the glass.
Okay. Let's make an agreement here now that we've seen this. We need to be careful about touching things because that's the third room that's tried to kill us.
As you guys are heading down this hallway, there are incredible, like lifelike portraits of dignified mages and crabs, kind of spaced evenly along the wall in this hallway. Sitting atop a podium at the end is a glowing crystal ball.
What does the crystal ball look like?
It
Besides,
looks exactly like pictured here. It is
Any
floating on a
runes?
pedestal and it is glowing. It has a purplish gold sheen to it.
Cool. Anything else like runes, note, plaque, anything around it?
Nope.
That seems like a. Can I figure out how it's floating?
Via magic.
Okay. Okay.
I just pointed out that it's there.
Yep.
Anyway, for those who are interested in these two doors, this one over here is labeled Ongoing Experiments. And this one over here is labeled The Map Chamber.
Ooh,
Yo, maps.
that's where we're going.
Ah,
Checkmate. Into my safety.
Hey. So.
All right, so
gonna
this
look
chamber
around here.
is largely taken up by a table covered by an incredible diagram made to resemble bits of wild space. There is three-dimensional figures of the planets and or like gardens is pictured here as well as other notable features therein, as well as like populated cities are represented with like little bits, drawn in and stuff like that. Um, Unfortunately, the edges kind of fade into like an obscuring mist along the edges of wild space. The walls of the room are lined with shelves designed to hold thousands of rolled up maps. Searching them all would probably take days.
Couple minutes with
But
with
the
time bit. Oh.
let's see. But what we're looking for is at the edge of wild space. Correct.
Correct.
Does it look so? Edge of wild space kind of turns into a weird mist type thing.
On this map, yes, but along these walls are like thousands of scroll cases filled with maps.
I'll take a quick look, but obviously not, multiple days worth of searching.
You
See
looking
if
for
I can
any
find
specific thing?
something about, uh, getting to the astral plane. That's where this guy needs to go back to, right?
Searching the A's.
Yep.
You do not find a map of the astral plane. There isn't an astral plane section.
How about wild space?
There are lots of wild space maps. Most of them are
Perhaps
localized,
looking
though. At least the ones you grab
uh,
off the shelf.
trying to see if there's something like an edge or
So searching the room, you find a shelf that says "Edge of Wild Space."
that's a fun spot.
Okay.
Let's see what they have.
It is empty. It contains a dusty index card reading "Uncharted."
Oh, lovely.
And then beneath it, someone has scrawled an additional note. Purported account of journey to the edge. See Leela Krogstad first-hand accounts.
Leela Krogstag. I got that.
Ooh.
That's on the lower floor, isn't it?
It is.
It is, but we've got a couple ways back there. Because that records room had a nice plaque in front of it.
It did. You just need to find another plaque.
Yep.
Let's go to ongoing experience. Maybe there's one in there.
Well, what does this door say?
This door over here?
Yeah.
This one?
Yeah.
It does not have a label.
I'm gonna hold off on touching that for the moment.
I'm not.
Open it.
Yep.
So this eerie chamber is lit by two dim torches emitting an unsettling blue light. The room is devoid of other objects or furnishings aside from a podium in the back of the room, and sitting on the podium is an enormous book rivaling any other in the library on sheer size. The cover of the book is lovingly illustrated in a faded painted gold leaf and bears the title The Endless Tale.
I think this is the forbidden one.
But he said it would be behind a sealed door.
And it would
This
be a sign.
Oh.
That's what
There's
they
no
said.
sign in this.
Right.
This isn't a sealed door, so I mean, if we get in trouble, I can just point at the autonoms and say they said it behind a sealed door with a sign, and there was no sealed door or sign.
All right, Dak, I need you to make me a charisma saving throw.
14.
That is not high enough. You really, really want to look at that book. It calls
Well,
to you.
I was going to do that anyway.
I know, but now it really, really wants.
I'll go look.
All right. The rest of you see Deck wander into the room.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
And immediately, as he goes up to touch the book, a warp appears in the reality above him and sucks him inside of it.
The volcano.
That's about right.
So he is gone.
He is.
That's. What was the door in the hall again?
Huh?
The door that was in the hallway before. What was that again?
Ongoing experiments.
Okay. Yeah, not gonna mess with that. Anything? Does this door say anything?
That door. That door has a. No, that door does not have a sign either.
I'll peek in real quick. Oh.
On the other side of that door, a massive, imposing set of fortified stone and metal double doors bar the way. There is a large stone carved above the door that says "Forbidden." You assume that that's the entrance to the Forbidden Archives.
Closing the door.
Okay.
Okay, let's see if we can find Deck.
Oh, yeah. Let's all. Okay. So he went towards the book.
Yes.
Bluska do weekend 2.
So, you go investigate the book.
Yep.
All right. So as you go up and look, you are reading the book and discover that your friend is now written into the story, doggedly pursued by and constantly foiling the schemes of a deadly assassin, the main villain of the story. The story, there's a whole it's full on adventure nonstop. Every page is just more of Deck's tales of daring do as he acquires a group of friends, causes all manner of trouble. There's all kinds of brash fighting and adventurous intrigue, just over and over and over again as the story continues for all time.
Yeah, so you say these are deck tales? Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Deck, as you are kind of having this adventure, you find yourself, of course, in a strange new world. You've been isekai'd into an adventure, and your friends are gone. You have to get over that really quickly because there's some crazy dark assassin after you, and his plots and machinations never end. And you have picked up some new friends, maybe an anal companion or two at some point, and are having just a grand old time. But you can feel your friend Rothamir's presence with you. You can't really explain it, but it's like he's just right over your shoulder the whole time.
Good. I could swear Rothamir's right here. Rothamir? I'll try to connect with him.
Does that work?
You're reading the book, and you can see where he looks over his shoulder and is like, Rothamir, are you there? in a few places.
But trying to connect though the telekinetic.
Oh no, the telekinesis does not work.
I wonder if it works both the other
You
way.
can read.
That,
You can
like,
read where
I
where
will,
he's trying
I
it, but
will,
it's not
right,
working.
I will think back and say out loud, "You're trapped in a book." It doesn't look like he gets the message, does he?
Um, you get a feeling, Deck, that Rothamir is with you and is concerned about you because you are trapped far away from him somehow.
Mayor, can you get me out of here? I don't know where I am. I'm trying to run away from this somebody. I don't know.
Would an Arcana check help me figure out how to help him out of here?
All right, so this is the first round of Deck being in the book. During this time, Deck, you experience an entire year worth of adventure. And Rothamir, you're sitting here reading through, trying to figure out a way to get this communication thing working. Deck, you may make a saving throw, another charisma saving throw, in hopes of escaping. Is 16 the magic number? 16 is the magic number.
Man.
So after
Deck only
Deck,
camped
after a
one season.
year of adventure away from your friends, you realize during like an epic battle with the assassin that a bit of the world is kind of like wobbly behind him, and you take this exact moment to like dive through the rip in reality and jump back out into the room.
Holy shit, guys! Where the hell have you been?
You were gone for a solid year as far as you're concerned, and your wisdom increases by 1 point. Permanently. Deck is now a year older, a year wiser,
here we go.
a year's worth of more adventure.
Nice. My wisdom's now 14.
Are you okay?
As you're having this conversation, the tear widens, and the assassin begins to reach through. It's like, you will not escape me, Deck. Not this time. Not ever.
I'd like to use my mage psionic hand to try to close.
You're what now?
My psionic mage hand to try to close the book before it comes out.
Oh, the book's too heavy for that.
Oh.
Even half the book is too heavy for that.
Is the book actually bigger than us?
The book is about the same size as a horse.
Okay.
Like, it's big.
Would you call this one loose object?
It is not a loose object.
All right, never mind.
I would immediately pull out the blades and throw it directly at them.
Okay.
Should I make attack rolls?
Yes, please.
All right. First one. Well, I guess since I'm standing right there, it would just be stab, stab. Do I get sneak attack? No, I don't.
You do not.
And then I would do my best to run.
Before you try to escape, he will take a parting stab at you. But did I not? There we go.
So uncanny dodge, I'll take 15.
Yes.
15, so that...
Need you feel the save?
That was for the poison.
Yeah.
But and then you can you can move away from him if you wish.
Yeah, I will run away.
Victor Rothamir, the this creature is pulling itself out of the story through the tear in reality that Deck left.
You're not allowed to get back in the. I'm gonna try forcing the book shut.
All right, make for me a strength athletics roll.
All right. That's wrong. Oh come on!
That won't get the job done. You try, but he like takes his hand and slams it down, and swings that sword at you, but misses because armor.
We'll help you, Rothmere.
I'm going to chuck an ice blade at the dude.
Okay.
Ooh, buddy.
That crit blasts him back into the book, and he's like, "No, no, crit deck, no!" And falls in. And then and then Victor, you can shut the book without having to roll now. Now that he's not like prying it open.
I will set the book down, but you could stay here.
Okay. That was not fun.
Let's never do that again.
Yeah, I should probably learn not to walk up to glowy, shiny things, huh?
Man, that was like a year ago.
Yeah, seriously, where the hell have you guys been? It's been like a year. Why are you still here?
It's been a minute. We were we got to read The Adventures of Your Last Year. It was very interesting. I'm glad though that you took a few minutes to, miss us every now and then.
Yeah.
Warms my heart. Warms my heart.
Deck, they read the entire year. You're like, wait, all of it? Even those parts?
Wait a second. Like, you got... how detailed was it?
You pissed in every corner.
Okay, good. So it didn't capture everything. Cool.
It did, didn't it?
It was kind of detailed, but in an adventure way.
Your exploits were very well written.
Anyway, where do we want to go from here?
Well,
I was gonna say it didn't capture all of the nights where Deck was just crying in a room.
No, it captured several of those.
Damn it.
Well, we have a couple options. One,
it was a dramatic retelling.
Behind door number 1, out in the hall there, we apparently have experiments that are still being worked on. Behind door number 2, behind me, is the place that we were very explicitly told not to go.
Is there another door in that room?
There is.
Maybe. Maybe. Well, I didn't look too long. I was more concerned with trying to get you out of a book.
Oh, right. That was a year ago. I forgot about that. Is there any sign above that other door?
So the room you're in, again, an imposing set of fortified stone and metal double doors bar the way to the forbidden archives over here. Draconic runes chiseled deeply into the stone above the doors read "Forbidden." And broken remnants of furniture and clockwork librarians lay crumbled in the corners. Scorch marks mar the walls. Someone or something apparently attempted to force their way deeper into the library, but did not succeed.
What's this non-forbidden door, then?
It is not labeled.
I'd like to try to...
You can very easily open it.
Boop.
It opens up into a room.
Oh.
All right, you find yourselves in a room. This room is cluttered with books, tools, arcane junk. A large furnace-like contraption sits against the back wall, and in front of it, a large glass device holds a series of tiny, complex mazes connected by tubes to the furnace. A cage holding 3 homunculi hang in one corner, and the sounds of someone muttering to themselves can be heard. When you enter the room, those sounds kind of peek around the desk, and it is a crab with a wizard hat. That emerges from behind one of the glass contraptions. It doesn't appear to notice you at the moment. It seems to just be working its way around the table, clicking at things and using magic on stuff.
Hello?
When you say that, they turn around, and they kind of like look around the table at you, and goes, "So, are you the students I need? I put in an order for students a long time ago.
Needed for what?
An experiment.
Is it painful?
No, I mean not to you.
What's the experiment?
Well, I need some help. I've got these things, and you put them on your head, and then we try to get the homunculi through the glass maze. Giving them,
so
you got to instruct the homunculi. I'm Pincilla, by the way.
Oh, hi.
Professor Pincilla.
Cool.
Well,
Like,
want to give it a shot, guys?
Clacks or little claws. So yes?
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
What's the worst that can happen?
I don't know. So she ushers you over to the area where the furnace is.
Ew.
And hands each of you like a little headset, and then pulls on a little cord, and the little glass boxes that have the homunculi kind of tilts and dumps them into these mazes. And she's like, "All right, all you gotta do is talk into the thing and get the homunculi through the maze. Directions are important. They are slow."
Okay.
Okay.
Time starts now. And you just hear this click, 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 click.
Okay. Do I see the way through the maze?
Yeah, you can see outside the maze.
Okay,
You just have
it's
to
not that-
direct the homunculi, either via like a persuasion or intimidation check, depending on how mean you want to be to your homunculi.
I'm gonna go for, well, it's screwed either way, but persuasion is what'll happen on my end. Just kind of like you need to walk forward and then turn right. Or I'll tell them to turn right as I get close, or left, however they need to go as they get close.
Okay.
I'm better at persuasion, but I want to do intimidation.
You can do whatever you want. I know how Rothamir did.
All right, I'll do persuasion.
He's like, "Pretty please turn left. I just need you to turn left."
Can you walk forward? I need you to walk forward.
Turns out the homunculi, he says that, and the homunculi like turns left and then walks forward into the wall instead of just walking forward down the hallway like it's supposed to. And he's like, no.
It's got your own pace, buddy.
Victor, how's yours go? Dexus seems to be going very well.
Yeah, I'll hit it with anal handling, right? That persuasion.
Persuasion or intimidation.
That's
So, Deck,
performance.
you managed to like
Same
do it
deal.
very easily. You like look at your other two friends, and they're just like yelling into their headset, be like, "Pretty please, come on!" But you managed to like, you're like, all right, 2 steps left, turn, okay, good, down the hall, okay, good, now left, all right, now 4 steps, good, back 2, all right, good, and you just direct your person immediately to the end without breaking a sweat.
Gotcha, real smooth.
And Pincilla looks at you and goes, "Wow, that was, I think, the fastest time I've had so far.
Yep.
That's some efficient instructioning you got there.
Yeah, I'm pretty good.
Here," and she like reaches into her like little hat, and pulls out a time gem and hands it to you.
Oh, thanks.
The other 2 homunculi are still kind of like walking around in the maze, like lost, and then all of a sudden the bottom drops out and they go down into a chute into the furnace.
You guys
Okay.
killed your homunculi.
That one failed itself. I mean, it didn't understand. The next one, however, will be intimidating. Now that I know what fate awaits it.
Move, you fool!
She's like, "All right, well, I think I got enough data for now. Thanks for helping out."
No problem.
Thank you.
Hey, do you have an idea of how to get out of here?
Don't you know how to use the hall pass?
That's actually what I was going to ask about. Is there a plaque around here? We haven't been able to find it.
She's like, "There should be one in the map chamber."
Thanks. We'll go look there.
This door, of course, leads out into the hallway.
Ah,
Okay. Now I'm definitely going to be looking around here specifically for a hidden room or a plaque.
All right. Make for me an investigation roll.
I'll be doing it as well.
Thank God you were doing it.
Deck, you find a couple of things. You find a map of the Forbidden Archives, and scribbled on the back of it is the word Amwarset.
Anwar set.
Yes.
Anwar Sadat. Gotcha.
And then there is also an arcane rune here labeled Restrain. And the countermeasure for it is if one avoids moving before the rune is active, the rune is less active.
So don't move when the rune is activated.
Correct. And you
Gotcha.
also find if you move some of the maps out of the way, you find a metal plaque there that says maps.
Gotcha. Hey guys, I found a map of the Ark, and it has this word on it in Warset. Maybe that's like the code word to get in?
We need to go in?
Mm.
I mean, I don't know. Seems like there might be something there.
Well,
It's forbidden.
good news. We can always come back here now since you found that plaque. While we're here, I mean, you know.
Does that mean like what did we come in here to do anyway?
Well, we need to look for information about our friend here and getting him back to wild space before he goes kapoof.
But we found that, right, with the map.
You
Not we
know,
found some of it.
we know what it
That's
is,
why,
we don't know where it is.
that's why we need to go back to the record room to look for that account of that Leela person.
Gotcha. All right, well, let's head back down there. I'll go
Well,
over to the plaque
yep.
and I'll cast the mold reality or whatever it was and say the
Ben
word
space.
art. Then space.
Oh no! Records.
Was there a plaque in the records room?
There was.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Records.
All right. You are immediately sent back to space. Kind of bends around you, and then you pop into the records room.
So what are we looking for?
Leela Kronstad.
Yeah.
Krogstad.
Frogdoor.
So, gotta look around for her vial.
Okay. You find it very easily.
Out of curiosity, what color is it?
It's like a strange stardust color.
Well, sprinkle a little into the tub and see what happens.
All right. Well, a picture of a halfling woman kind of manifests, like little bust up, and she begins talking. Leela's story is a tragic tale of the pursuing the dream to meet with the cosmic dragon, rumored to dwell at the edge of the astral and material planes. After innumerable setbacks and challenges, she finally managed to chart a path through the shattered gate, across the star sea, to the very edge of known wild space. Unfortunately, she was afflicted by a terrible curse while attempting to pass through the inverted fall, and her ship was pulled into a gravity well and lost before she could complete the journey. The map she created still bears a curse on it and has been confined to the Forbidden Archives.
Well, Deck, I guess we get to go into the archives then. That's going to be rough. How good of a map was that?
A perfect map.
Okay. I'm
Of
gonna.
how she got to the edge of wild space.
No. I meant like of the archives that Deck found.
Oh, it's pretty basic.
Okay. Guys, we're gonna do this. Let's make one agreement here. Don't needlessly touch anything. Otherwise, we might turn into something. Probably not pleasant. Agreed?
Agreed.
Agreed.
Levy, is entering a forbidden section of a library fun for you?
Oh, it's gonna be great. I love forbidden things.
Deck rolled a 14 on his deception.
All right, so you guys gonna head back to the map room?
Yep.
Yep, I'll go over and I'll say map.
You are immediately warped back to the map room.
Tell you what, let's take the long way in and not go into the room with the big book again.
Gotcha.
That's fair.
Professor Pencilla sees you all come back through and goes, "Oh, hi again. Did you need anything?"
Nope.
Oh,
Bye.
nope.
Okay.
Good luck with your experiments. Thank you.
Okay. You find
Since
yourselves
we're
back
all
in the room. with the giant doors.
As soon as we're all back in the room, I'll close the door.
Okay.
Both of them.
Seems good.
And the word on the back of the map was Anwar or
Anwarset.
Anwarset.
Yes.
So Deck will go up to the door and say Anwarset.
When you do, all of the runes along the door light up in a reddish glow. And before you think something bad might happen, you hear a bunch of clicking noises as if like metal bars are being pulled away internally. And then the door rolls away, opening into a new room with a lot of clicking noises. Like gear work.
All right, guys. No turning back now. Blue Skidoo, weekend 2.
So this room, brass gears of varying sizes kind of protrude from the floors and walls of this room. Thick metal pipes run haphazardly across an open space near the ceiling, periodically releasing blasts of steam. There are geared platforms marked with runes that sit in the center of the room. There's an exit door over here as well.
Anything recognizable in the runes as we are
Yeah,
walking
you
through?
recognize a lot of those words, Rothamir. You've collected a couple of them.
Uh-oh.
Dak, as you go to move through the room, you hear a clicking noise, and Rothamir, you see one of the gears is about to hit the restrain rune.
That's the hands above the head, right?
No, that's the don't move.
Oh, don't move? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Restrain!
Stand still.
All right. The gear clicks into place and flares up, and you all feel like a magical energy wash over you. But since you're standing still, it just kind of passes through you.
Is it over yet?
I think so. I'll try to move forward.
You make a couple steps forward. Rothamir, make me a perception check as you're trying to keep track of all these gears. You see that the next gear that's about to come up is the reverse gravity rune.
God, how did that one work?
The hand above the head.
Hand above head, yeah. Yep. I'll do that.
Clevie puts her hand above her head. The astral turtle does nothing. It just continues to float through the room unbothered by any of this.
Right.
Victor remains at the back of the room. He will be left here forever.
Sorry. I'm fading. Yeah.
Let's
Clicks in. Do we move?
Yeah, you can move after the gravity reasserts itself after that one clicks away. And you make it to the end
peeled.
door.
I'll open it.
On the other side is a large hallway with a bunch of containers.
What does it look like are in the containers?
Oh, all kinds of things. So this large, clean room is cold and thrums with latent magic. There are 6 medium-sized cylinders that line the back wall made of brass and carved from sheets of crystal. Inside each rests a single, ordinary-looking object. In this one is a suit of plate mail. Oh, wait, no. 6? I don't know. There's in one of them is a suit of plate mail. In another one is like a stone figure about this big. just kind of floating there. In one of them is a brass lamp. In one of them is a like a big old hefty battle axe. In one of them is a floating mask. And in one of them is what looks to be a rolled up scroll tube.
I'll go up to the one with the mask.
What are these?
You're not sure what they are, but this is the
Well,
Forbidden Archives, and
maybe there's these are things they've locked away for a reason.
Where's the rolled up
the
scroll
mask
tube?
is here. The scroll tube, we'll say, is next to it.
Okay. Anything written around here? Anything like that to identify it?
The mask has a like a little metal plaque written on it that says Oni Mask. The map has a metal plate that says Map to the Edge of the World.
I think that's what we're looking for.
Oh. How do we get
How,
out of here?
Yeah, I was about to say, how secure is the thing looking?
Well, about that, each cylinder has a bunch of like locks and mechanisms, all of them carved in a arcane rune or 3.
Does it look like something that maybe a magic user would have to try to decipher or open?
An Arcana check would help.
Yeah, I will do that. I won't do that.
These runes are beyond you, Rothamir. They are of greater power than you are familiar with.
Clevie, do you recognize any of these?
Yeah, these are all like binding runes.
Get through them.
Like you don't get through them. They keep power in.
Okay, how do we break them?
Why would you?
Because I'm feeling frisky. It's because we need the map.
I mean, I don't know. How's your demon summoning? Have you guys ever summoned a demon before?
Nope.
No, but Ed can call in a favor to a demon that'll show up.
That's not quite the same. I don't know. Maybe there's an answer around here somewhere.
Well, we'll keep looking. Well, we know where it is. Let's see if we can figure out something else then to get in there. Gonna just peek down here. 2 doors.
Yep, and there's a door here as well.
Yep, well, that's why I said door here, door there, and got 2 doors down here. Which one are you guys feeling lucky about?
This one. Right here.
The one carved above that door is the words "prisoner hold."
What's above the other one?
This one down here says "prisoner hold."
Right. What's above that?
That one is not labeled.
I'll open the door. Close that door.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. Leave it open.
So the walls of this room sparkle with crushed crystal and glowing runic symbols. In the center of the chamber is a translucent pink and silver energy which flows and swirls, and a dancing mass makes no sound or smell but creates a soft breeze. It's like a nebula in there.
Take one of my ball bearings and I'll throw it in there.
You don't hear it hit anything, and you lose sight of it very quickly.
Probably not safe to go in there.
probably right. Unless we all knew how to use these belts. But even then, gonna close the door just in case.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I'll open this door.
All right. So this austere stone room is illuminated by a large glowing magic circle inscribed onto the floor. There's a book that lays open in a pedestal in front of the circle. In the center of the circle, suspended by chains of magic, floats a woman in tattered gray cloaks. She watches you carefully as you open the door. Like her eyes immediately lock on you, Deck.
Uh, Humanoid. Can we tell?
Yes, humanoid, um, maybe Gith, but she's wearing like some kind of weird muzzle over her mouth. Her arms are bound behind her, and she's floating about 3 or 4 feet off the ground with like chains linking her to the ground in the center of this circle.
We see exactly how intricate the circle is.
Very.
The room. Oh wow. Do I recognize any of the characters written that I can see?
Make an Arcana check.
Nope.
Nope. This is 100% beyond you. This is some high class level magic.
This is some magic, not druid stuff. So
Yeah.
Looking at the book, what it's open to on the pedestal. What does it look like?
It looks like a recounting of lots of interrogations. Apparently, they've been interrogating this woman known as Ibsina Creef. She claims to be a powerful curse eater. And there's a lot of back and forth in this book with people asking her questions and denoting whether they believe that the answers are truly hers or a demon that may be possessing her that she attempted to eat at some point.
Hey, Clevie, didn't you mention summoning a demon just a minute or two ago?
Clevie?
Yeah.
She's like, well, yeah, like those are binding runes out there. If you knew how to summon a demon, then you could figure out how to reverse engineer the binding rune.
Oh, so just having someone here that might be possessed by a demon probably isn't going to help us.
I mean, I don't know. How much does she know?
I don't know. There's a whole book here, but it could be or could not be true. I don't know.
She has not spoken since you entered the room. She just looks at you.
Hi. Nothing.
What do you want?
Uh,
What interrogations does this College of Ether have for me today? Oh no. Did we lose everybody? Oops. Give me a moment. Cannot see or hear anybody. Shows server status is operational. Well, I don't know if everything's broken or if it's just me at the moment, so I'm gonna apologize for this, but since it's late anyway, I think we're going to call it for the evening due to technical difficulties. So, sorry for that, guys, but we'll catch up with this next week. Talk to you all later, I guess.